that we just mentioned. And for the Houston Texans, you got Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, Chris Conley.
No, that's fine.
So you asked the question, why is Houston able to get a win? How is Jacksonville able to get a win?
We're acting like it's this great achievement. But we're acting like it's this great achievement to get a win. The Lions were in position 3 to 4 to 5 times to get a win this season.
5 times they could have gotten a win.
Right, and every time you can call and break down and say, what's the common denominator? The head coach, whether it's rushing 3 and allowing Lamar Jackson to pick up the 3rd or 4th and 19.
We just talked about Aaron Glenn as being a good, and we're going to put rushing 3 on Dan Campbell?
No, that goes through his headset, does it not? He's the head coach. He's the CEO, as you talk about.
Yeah, but he's trusting Aaron Glenn to make the right calls.
But he still has the ability. They called a timeout, too, which Lamar Jackson said. He said, that gave me the ability to calm my team down and pick up that first down. And, of course, eventually gave you the Justin Tucker 66-yarder. My whole point is, you got to win one of these.
And most of the time, I'd be okay with allowing a guy to kick a 66-yarder. The odds are in your favor. It's never happened before.
It won't until you meet the line.
Until it happens. Until it hits the crossbar.
I just don't think it's that easy to give the guy a pass for what's going on this season. Again, he's not getting fired, but some of the stuff that he's done makes you wonder if he can do this job. The other thing, too, is this whole let's learn on the job. You should already know the basics. I don't think he knows the basics. I don't think he knew that back-to-back timeouts was the penalty. You disagree with that, but that's okay.
Yeah, I disagree with that. But and I'm not trying to absolve Dan Campbell of any wrongdoing, because there are plenty of times where, I think all 5 of those if you made some different coaching decisions, could you have 5 wins? Are you going to hit on all 5? Probably not, but you get a couple.
Yeah.
Right. But there's also times in those games where if players just do what they're supposed to do and they're able to, not have a costly jumping off sides. I mean, how many times have we seen that? And some you can say, well, Penei Sewell, well, he's a rookie. All right, you're going to get some of those, and they came at costly times. Holding call, the ones from Taylor Decker, they were holds. They were clearly holds. But you can also say, that's been the strength of this team. I'm just saying there's many reasons
100%
why they've lost all of these. And your head coach is responsible for every single reason.
I think Detroit, and I'm speaking for you, and if you don't want me speaking for you, I apologize. I take it back. But I think Detroit Lions fans are okay with losing games because you had no talent. They expect that. I think they're okay with just losing games because they want the best draft pick possible. They're totally fine with that, too. I think the one thing that you need to know this year that you have is a head coach that you can build with, right? That's the one thing you need to know, that it's a guy that understands how to coach. It's a guy that the guys will play for. It's a guy that can grow with this rebuild and eventually win you big games. And I think he, by himself, has called himself into question if he's that guy. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying he's not, but there are some big-time red flags going into next year, because when this roster hopefully gets better, you're going to count on that guy to make big-time calls, whether it's on the headset or his OC make, whatever the case is. And so far, he's made every wrong call, I feel, through the first year. That's all. John, you want to go to the calls?
Yeah, let's go to the phone lines.
All right, let's go to Sean in Detroit, waiting patiently. What's going on, Sean?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Thanksgiving. But I do want to say, I do want to say, Bigger, every year you go hard on the coaches. You went hard on Allwell, I recall. You went hard on Patricia.
I feel bad for that, by the way, Sean. I wish I didn't, because no, I do. If I had it all over to do again, I would take Jim Caldwell back in a heartbeat. I mean, that dude was a winning coach, and I know he had his issues, and I know he had time management issues and management issues, but damn, man, at least those games matter. So I regret that, but go on.
But this year, I'm going with John. I don't know. I've never seen a team, maybe you guys know, get rid of all receivers. And they're little guys, they're young, they don't really have any burners. I think that's the top issue on offense. Defense is always poor, really never have top talent. It's really the talent with a new coach. It's just a bad combination.
Sean, I agree with you because when you look at the top talent they had, Kenny Galladay, he's gone. He's in New York. Marvin Jones Jr., Jamal Agnew. And I'm not saying Jamal Agnew's top talent, but they're down in Jacksonville. You don't have reliable receivers. You don't have burners. You don't have a deep threat. But do you even have the quarterback that can get it to them?
All good points. All very good points. And I think it was a great call. I just don't think you can give the head coach a pass when you see some of the issues that we've seen over the last 3 weeks or really over this entire year. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know that anybody's giving him a free pass because he needs to be held accountable for, 4th and 1 against Cleveland.
Sure.
For the 2 timeouts yesterday, the calls on 3rd and 32 twice, to 2nd and 25. I mean, all of those things are, Dan Campbell's calling the plays.
But he's right, though.
He's accountable for it.
You can't keep whacking coaches. You got to give him a chance. He's absolutely right. But if a guy can't coach, and there's a chance that the Lions just keep getting bad coaches, then that's a problem too. And you can't stick with a guy that can't do the job. I know Campbell's not getting fired. I just think you have to be somewhat worried by what you've seen so far. 97 on the ticket. 97.1 the ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, still a pretty clear drive around the area this morning, accident-free so far. Looking at some construction scheduled for today in Bloomfield Township, Telegraph Northbound after 14 Mile, work crews have blocked the right lane between 9 and 3, and there's ongoing construction in Highland Township and 59 both directions at Milford Road. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Sports Minute. That escalated quickly after the Oklahoma Sooners lose their grip on Bedlam and fall to rival Oklahoma State Saturday. Coach Lincoln Riley announces he's leaving OU for Southern Cal. Just as the Sooners are set to join the vaunted SEC, he goes west to the weaker Pac-12. Let the hot takes and rampant speculation begin. I'm Amy Lawrence.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Get yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. It's a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. It's a cool phone. You can pair it with your Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. You can check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, such as biking, swimming, golfing, and more. So invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up a Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products are sold separately.
So I saw this video of this girl, and she's walking through the woods, she's doing her thing, I'm like, you go girl. Then she sees these mushrooms, she's talking about them, I'm like, very cool, educational, we like it. But then she brings up chicken nuggets, and I'm like, how are you going to tie this in with her 30 seconds left? I'm stressed. She proceeds to bring them home, and she transforms them from this mushroom into this beautiful chicken nugget. And they look great. You have to see it. TikTok.
Menard's Black Friday sale. Hurry in for best selection. Prices good through December 5th. Protect guns, ammo, and other valuable items with a secure 30-gun fire safe. Get it for $499 after rebate. Save on a large 12-quart air fryer that has 7 cooking options. The perfect gift for your favorite foodie. Just $79.99. Check out these and more amazing Black Friday deals at Menard's. Available in-store only while supplies last. Save big money at Menard's.
Alana was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it's cancer. As a parent, when you're told this type of news, you're going to do whatever you can do for your babies. When we got to St. Jude is when I realized that, no, you're not going to get a bill for anything. I don't have to worry about it. They're saying we're going to help save her. We're not going to charge you anything. This is what we do.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
We travel to see what's around the bend and what we're capable of. And now Capital One's new class of travel card can keep up with you. Introducing Venture X from Capital One. With 10x miles on hotels and rental cars and 5x miles
flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy. Venture X, for those always asking, where next? Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. From city streets to back roads. From road warrior to carpooler. There are some things you can always count on. Like the reliability, durability, and power of DieHard, America's most trusted auto battery. No matter where your journey takes you, count on DieHard to get you started on the road ahead. Available at your local Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest stores.
In the past year, our nurses and first responders, and quite frankly, anyone working in area hospitals, risk their lives for the health and safety of our loved ones. And it's time to return the favor. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. For every hero sale that takes place with our team, we take 25% of our commissions and give it right back to a local hero. In fact, our nonprofit foundation, Glover's Heroes, has been supporting nurses and first responders during the entire pandemic. Not familiar with our foundation? Glover's Heroes donates 100% of every dollar received to local heroes, as I personally cover all of the administrative costs out of my own pocket. So next time you think about supporting a foundation that gives back to our first responders and hospital team members, I would encourage you to consider ours. And while you're at it, the next time you think about buying or selling a home, call me at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at housesoldname.com.
Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty. To learn more about Glover's Heroes, visit gloversheroes.org.
The Xfinity Black Friday sales event is happening now on Xfinity Mobile. Now, new and existing customers can get our best wireless deal of the year. Ask how to save up to $1,000 on select phones with trade-ins for a limited time. Plus, get 5G coverage on the most reliable network at no extra cost. With all these savings, you can go all out on gifts for the family, like that new gaming console for the kids, a new phone for your chatty aunt, and noise-canceling headphones so Dad can tune it all out. Don't miss your chance to ask how to save up to $1,000 with our best wireless deal of the year during the Xfinity Black Friday sales event. Sale ends December 6th, so mark your calendars and get this deal before it's gone. Don't wait. Act now for our best wireless deal of the year, just in time for the holidays. So go to XfinityMobile.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store for details today. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings requires eligible phone purchase and trade-in. Actual savings vary. Most reliable based on Root Metrics US report. Results vary, not an endorsement.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The Detroit Pistons play the Portland Trailblazers. Pre-game tomorrow night at 9:35 on News Radio 950 WWJ. Tip-off at 10 on 97.1 The Ticket.
You're listening to the best of Stoney and Jansen with Heather on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, here's what I want to do, Joe. I got a couple different things, right?
Yeah.
So, I did not listen, but I heard Stoney brought this up on the pregame show, and it was all over Twitter, and I may have added to that myself. You get Lions and Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, which is tradition around here. And yet again, the Lions laid a big egg. Do turkeys lay eggs?
Yeah.
Okay, good. They laid a big egg on Turkey Day. They looked like a bunch of turkeys, okay? And they ended up losing in embarrassing fashion yet again, having the nation question, why the hell are we forced to watch this game every year? So it's brought up every year. Extremely, like mostly recently too. Should this game be taken away from Detroit? People get very upset when you say this, but I think it's a legitimate question. Should this game be taken away? Should the nation get a break from the Lions on Turkey Day? 248-539-9797. The ticket text, the exact same number. John, start with you.
No. And that's a hard no, that it shouldn't be taken away from Detroit. Because I know that they have a sub-500 record, and it hasn't, since the turn of the century, it hasn't been great, but they're...
Since the turn of the century?
Yes. They're only 6 games under 500. They're 37-43-2. And they've lost 5 in a row, coming off a 4-game win streak, but before that it was 9 losses. So I get the angst over maybe Detroit shouldn't have this great opportunity to be showcased on Thanksgiving Day. But when you think about the traditions, there are very few traditions in the NFL. Free agency has changed fandom quite a bit. They'll follow players more than they follow teams, fans do. But this is one in the city of Detroit where you were at the parade.
I was.
And you've got the turkey trot, you've got the parade, you got 12:30 kickoff. This has been a family tradition for a lot of Detroit Lions sports fans, not just Lions fans, but sports fans for so long. I think it would rob Detroit of something very unique and very special that you don't have in the NFL. 4:30, it's in Dallas.
Yep.
And if Dallas was on this run of 4 or 5 losses in a row, if they, and I don't even know what their record is right now.
Lost yesterday.
I know they lost yesterday, but would they be talking about taking it away from Dallas?
No, it's a good point, but Dallas hasn't been as embarrassing as the Lions have, especially recently.
But it's over the course of the Lions' entire season and the franchise.
Now,
on Thanksgiving Day, it always hasn't been embarrassing.
During the Millen era, I was a big proponent. I said, listen, Detroit doesn't deserve this. This is an honor. This is something cool. It's not a right, even though they kind of created it. I think the NFL should pull the plug. Get them out of there. Send them a message. Maybe it makes them change. I really believe that. I remember saying it on the air. People got very upset. But I'll tell you this. I feel I'm softening in my old age.
Oh.
Because yesterday, I went to the parade with my dog. First time.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, maybe third time for me, but first time without. We saw Kermit the Frog.
Yes.
It was quite the
kindred spirits.
But you know what I did? After that, we went to a brunch at Mario's. You know Mario's downtown? Yeah, a great little brunch that apparently does every home playoff game. They do a little brunch. So we got tickets. We went to the brunch before going home to watch the game. And we ran across a bunch of Lions fans. And they were wearing their Lions outfits. They go every week. And they were talking. I was just listening to them talk and how excited they were and how it really meant something to them. And I got to be honest, I had a couple beers and I was hanging out with my wife and my daughter. It was such a pleasant experience. I had to hold my tongue a couple times because they were saying how great Stafford was, but whatever. And it kind of hit me. It truly is a cool thing in Detroit. And if they did it, if they pulled the plug, even though, I think the country deserves to watch better football, I would miss it. I would. I think it's a cool thing about Detroit. So I guess people mature or evolve. I think I might be because I want to keep it too.
Good for you.
I agree with you. It makes me sick.
So here's the other thing too, is how many other fan bases would want to go, because it's not a part of their Thanksgiving Day tradition. How many other fan bases would show up at 12:30 on Thanksgiving Day?
There's where I disagree with you, because people want to get away from their families. And people love their NFL football. So I think people would be
says the guy that stood at Myers for 2.5 hours.
Yes. Well, exactly. Now, I think other teams don't want to play on Thanksgiving, probably. You could attest to that, right?
Actually, there's a lot of guys that do like playing Thursday games. It's a short week, but it's basically like having another bye week, because you get the entire weekend off. Generally.
Great point. That is a great point.
And it's in the NFL season, you don't get that. You get that at the bye week. And then if you play on a Thursday game, generally you get 2, maybe even 3 days off on that following weekend.
A quick trip to Cabo or wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Just staying at home.
248-539-9797. The ticket text, the exact same number. Michigan, Ohio State on the table. Dan Campbell on the table. But this question, too, should they take the game away from us? Because, my God, we have to apologize to the country every year. America, I'm sorry. On behalf of Detroit.
Not every year.
Almost. John on a cell, you're on the ticket. What's going on, Johnny?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. I just want to say that, 100%, I think they need to take it away from the Lions, because maybe that would be the one thing that will embarrass them for them.
So you think by losing Thanksgiving Day that all of a sudden that makes them do something different?
Well, it will put a little mar on the line. Well, I mean, not that we don't have enough Mars already, but it will embarrass them. They like the fans being there on Thanksgiving, the tradition, the history, and I would look at you. Don't get me wrong, but we need to take that L that maybe they'll want to do something about it.
Hey, John, I actually think you make a really good point. Now, if you watched the game yesterday, I thought they did a real nice job of kind of making you not notice the lack of fans. Like, if you watch some of the Twitter videos, like, there was nobody there in comparison to other Thanksgiving Day games. And I agree with you. I think if you take the game away, it would embarrass the Fords. But here's the deal. Like, I thought 0-16 would embarrass the Fords. And it didn't even get better. So we're kind of back to the same situation. So, I mean, I think if the fans like it, the fans go through enough watching the Lions, why take it away from the fans? It would hurt the fans, I feel.
Yeah, it would. It would hurt me. But, I'm willing to take that another chance.
Thank you, John. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm not willing to take that punch. I've played in that game. I've gone to that game. I've taken my son. I've taken my father-in-law to that game, and it's a great tradition. And it's a family tradition. I think there's a lot of families that go down and then they come home, and whether it's somebody stays at home, maybe it's grandma and grandpa that cook Thanksgiving dinner, so it's there when you get home, or mom stays home and you take your son or your family to the game, or you go as an entire family. I think there's a lot of great family traditions on Thanksgiving in Detroit, and removing that would be a penalty to the Fords and to the Lions organization, but it would be one that would be more of a penalty to the fans, and the fans are the ones that have been loyal.
I hate agreeing with Jansen, but I'm totally with you. By the way, as long as, and this is a ticket text, as long as the Ford Motor Company is a heavy sponsor in the NFL, it will never happen. Byron and Clarkston. I would agree with that too. Like, the fact that we talk about it is one thing, but it would never happen. 97 won the ticket.
Wednesday at 7:30, the Detroit Red Wings host the Seattle Kraken at Little Caesars Arena. 97 Won the Ticket Street Team will be there starting at 5:30. Get your tickets for every home game at DetroitRedWings.com. Details at 97ontheticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. Pistons Lakers 2.0. This time, no fireworks on the court. Instead, the Pistons fall for the sixth straight game. 110-106 the final. LeBron James 33 points. Isaiah Stewart 5 points, 6 boards. Jeremy Grant had 32. Michigan football bound for Indianapolis to play Iowa in the Big Ten Championship, and fans that would like to be bound for Indy likely going to have to find their tickets on a third-party site. General admission for the game is already sold out. Jim Harbaugh saying via a video conference that he's still working on the message for his team going into this one. NFL scoreboard notable finals. The Bucs survived the Colts 38-31. Another Stafford pick six as the Rams fall to Green Bay 36-28. Patriots win their sixth straight 36-13 over Tennessee. The Bengals destroy Pittsburgh at home 41-10, and the Browns fall to Baltimore 17-10 despite 4 Lamar Jackson interceptions. Also in college football, USC announcing that Oklahoma's Lincoln Riley is their new head coach, set to be introduced today. Plus, the Tigers and starting pitcher Matthew Boyd likely to part ways. Reports state that they are not going to be tendering a contract to their longtime lefty after 7 seasons. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What a glorious weekend it was here in the great state of Michigan. This is the Stoney and Jansen program. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. If you're celebrating, happy Hanukkah. And so we welcome Brent Hargrave, the Gov, Heather, John, me, all you listeners. It's just great to have the whole crew back together again after one day off.
Yes. Yeah. Well, did you enjoy your Friday?
I enjoyed my Friday.
Good. Good Thanksgiving. I didn't get a chance to. We talked a little bit over the weekend,
yes,
but didn't get a chance to see you on Thanksgiving Day. How was the Thanksgiving meal?
It was fine. It was, probably would. We don't, for some reason, it's not a whole day of foods. You know, because especially since we go to the game.
Yeah.
So dinner is called. My sister-in-law's at 5:30. It's got a name for it.
Oh, does the butler call dinner? Call you to the table?
I always say, what time do we have to be there? So he says, this time. No, that's the time people get there. It's cold. Whatever. You show up at 5:30. How's that?